everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a quick review of these Rothy sneakers. These are the lace-ups, and these are the second edition of the lace-ups. The previous edition has been out for a few years, or had been out for a few years. They're not making them anymore. They discontinued them, and they have quite a few reviews, but so far these don't have any because they just came out. And on the website, they only have a couple reviews, which are mediocre. They're not fabulous, and I agree with a lot of those reviews, though I do have a somewhat solution to the issues in them to an extent. So I want to go over the positives and the negatives with you and be really honest about these. I have a Rothy's discount code, which I'll leave down below, which can go off of any shoe. And because a lot of people have used my code from previous videos, I was able to actually get these for free. They didn't send them to me or anything. It's not a sponsored video. It was just like a referral credit thing, but I just wanted to let you all know. So these are the bright whites. The previous version only came in full sizes, and these come in half sizes. I was potentially going to do a video comparing these with the Allbirds Tree Dashers. If anyone's interested in that, please let me know. I got these in a 6.5. My typical Rothy size is a 6.5. That's what I wear in the points, which is what I wear the most of. My sandals are a 6, and then my boots, I believe my boots might also be a 6 and not 6.5. Or if they are a 6.5, I could have gone down to a 6 in them. So just so you have an idea of sizing. So I got these in a 6.5. I could have done a 6. I'm not mad that I did a 6.5 because I'm liking wearing these with socks more than without. But if I wanted to wear them exclusively without socks, I would have gone for a 6. And if I want to wear them with socks, I would have gone for a 6.5. My typical shoe size, not in Rothy's, is closer to a 6. I just washed these. They're actually still a little wet. I just got them out of the wash. That is my number one fabulous, wonderful thing I love about them. I love the bright white color. I think it's really chic. It's really nice. But white sandals are not the easiest thing to wear, especially when you have a toddler. And so the washability is absolutely key to me. That is super important. They're super practical in that way. I also kind of like that they are a lace-up. I mean, I prefer a slip-on shoe, but the thing with them being a lace-up is you can kind of control the comfort and how tight you want them on your feet, and I do appreciate that. You can see the sole is kind of an off-white color, then you have the white all the way around, and then here there's a little design which was darker in the previous iterations of this. This looks slightly darker right now than it typically does because it's just still a little wet and it's coming up a little bit darker. It looks generally like an all-white shoe, and then it has the Rothy's halo in the back, the blue halo, and these stripes. And then the bottom is has a nice tread on it, and it's nice and thick. These have a substantial knit upper. So these are the same kind of recycled bottle knit uppers that their other shoes have. And they've also added more padding around here to use up more of the thread. And I can't remember the other changes that they made. There's just like slight design changes to the previous version, which I have tried on in the store right as they were getting discontinued, and they didn't have any left, so I didn't get the right size. So I don't really feel like I can comment so much on those. I will say that they felt narrow in a similar way to these, but otherwise I can't remember exactly how those fit, and because they weren't exactly the right size, I can't really review those. I certainly didn't wear them substantially. I wore them in the store for a couple minutes and that was it. So that is the design of these. They have a pretty significant tongue to them. This was one of the complaints on one of the reviews. They said that the tongue is so wide that if you don't put it on perfectly, it rolls. I have found that to be the same. However, I had trouble with it right the first couple times that I wore it, and I haven't since. I haven't found that to be a real issue. I did relace these, and they're more comfortable for me than the way that they had them laced. The inside of the shoe has all the information like everything else. The reason you can see that right now is because I took out the insoles. These are substantial insoles. Not only is the front pretty thick, but obviously the back is super thick, but it does have arch support, which so many Rothys do not. It's not, you know, ridiculous, but it is helpful. And I find these very comfortable. However, my biggest complaint with this shoe is that these don't work in it. I like the shoe. It's very comfortable, but it's not practical to wear. The reason being is that this sits up so high inside of the shoe that your heel, you don't get this, it has a very slight curve, but when you're wearing it and you're wearing this really high thing, your heel just slips in and out. It's super soft back there, it's comfortable, but you're gonna blister right away because this is not substantial enough to hold it on your foot, nor is it curved enough to go around your ankle. And because this is sitting up so high with this, you're not getting that full contour of your heel before it hits your ankle. So if you have skinny ankles, and in general, I think pretty much everybody has that same issue. My sort of workaround for that is to take them out. It's very deep. It's deeper than you need, so you can put in another insert, and to me that has worked well. You don't really want the just like raw shoe. That's not as comfortable. It has the stitching and stuff in it, though it does have a little bit of give. But putting in your own insole to me has made all the difference. I don't need something with that thick of a heel. And I've also liked wearing them with socks. So wearing them with socks has just meant that they're more comfortable. I do need to try them actually without and just the insert, but that height difference makes a really big difference to me. The shoe itself is on the narrow side. I have a regular width foot. If I had a narrow foot, these would be great. If I had a wide foot, these would not work for me. And again, the previous pair that I tried felt narrow to me. I actually think these feel slightly wider than those, but they're wider at the knit. This is still feels pretty narrow and is very stiff and very hard. So when you take the insert out, because the front had such a nice thickness to it, I feel this around my foot and the narrowness around my foot more. So you need an insert that has a little bit of height to it in the front in order to get this to be more comfortable, because the knit is what feels more, has more width and is comfortable. It is a nice thick knit. I don't feel like you can see my toes. I feel like it's very durable. It's going to last a long time. And of course, again, it is washable. And I think it's a cute shoe. So is it the most perfect white shoe in the world? No, I absolutely have complaints with it, but switching the insoles has made such a big difference that to me now they are wearable, but I do have to try them without socks. They're not inexpensive. They are more expensive than like your typical Nike, Adidas, whatever. I don't think these are the most perfect design. I feel like the next iteration of them is probably worth your money a little bit more. If you have Rothy's credit like I did, you can try them out and get them discounted or something like that. I think they're more worth it, but I cannot wholeheartedly and honestly recommend them as they are now. They're certainly doable. If you can find them secondhand, that sort of thing, you can make them work, but I don't think they're perfect. So that is my review. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions about them, please do leave them down below. I do have a discount code. There are so many other Rothys that I love and really, really recommend, and I have plenty of videos on a lot of those. So please do check those out as well. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in a future video. Bye.